What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spot Show Podcast, an independent wrestling podcast with a few pit stops along the way. Oh, my goodness. It has been 2 months, roughly 2 months, I think, and we are back. We are back. It's like that scene in what's the movie where they go to Vegas and get really hungover? Hangover, where they're like, "We are back." That's us here. I, of course, am your host, Jim Minton, Dickie Wabash, and when you come back from a hiatus, right, you gotta bring the best people to the table that you absolutely can. They are currently over here sitting, picking hairs off of the microphones that have not been used in roughly 2 months or so. Guys, let's hear it.
There's a lot of hairs on this microphone, dude.
Dickie, what have you been doing with these microphones?
I don't even know if I want to ask, man.
Brother, they have just been sitting collecting dust. I'm telling you right now, man.
And hair.
And hair. And hair. Guys, let's hear it for 2025 MadBash Wrestling Breakout Star of the Year, Spencer Wallace.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the first inductee into the MadBash Wrestling Hall of Fame, Mr. Shank Barzini, is here as well. How?
Ooh, this is like a star-studded episode, man.
No,
I know.
it's not.
Leave it to Shank to crash your first appearance on the Spot Show podcast, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I really feel like maybe I crashed your appearance. You're the Hall of Famer. I'm just the green kid.
No, I'm the vet that comes in and just blows over the green kid. Be like, you think this is your podcast, brother, but
You've been doing that for quite a few years now, though. So, I mean, it's just normal. I feel like it's the big brother, little brother scenario.
Yeah. Shank's officially on his I'm a Hall of Fame run, brother.
yeah, you gave me this and my head's blown up. So now every time that I can come in here, I'm just going to take over the podcast.
Yeah, I was going to sleep in the spare bedroom, and he said, "Get the hell out of here, green kid. This is mine now."
Oh,
and I said,
brother.
"What?" And he's like, "I'm a Hall of Famer." That's all he had to say. That's it, dude.
That's all he had
To be honest, I didn't say that. My 2-year-old comes in and it's like, "My dad's a Hall of Famer. You get the fuck, or you get the hell, you get out of this bedroom."
Hey, either way you want to say it, brother.
I just want to
it's-
say this.
it's
Your
completely
2-year-old's
okay.
a stiff prick, dude. Stiffest kid I've ever worked.
I agree. I totally agree. That kid just throws potatoes like it's Iowa.
He's a straight shooter, homie.
Oh, man. Well, hey, before we get too much into this, let me just remind you again, this is, of course, the Spot Show podcast. Each and every week, I gather some of my closest friends in the business of professional independent wrestling, and we talk about everything involving that world and all the stuff in between. If you like what we're doing here, you can go on over to patreon.com/MadBash Studios. Back us at the $5 or above tier, and you're going to get this show early. $5, man. He knows what's up.
No, don't be cheap. You got to go for that $10 tier.
Oh, yeah. You got some good stuff on the $10 tier. But hey,
$10 tier.
doesn't matter. We appreciate whatever support you can give us, but that's how you get all of our shows early and ad-free. Let's go ahead and do some plug skis and upcoming dates. I have one date coming up. We have November 29th. I am going to be Sam Knight, The Last Ride. I'm going to be in the commentary booth with Red Velvet from Diner Podcast. We are going to be seeing the Dine and Bash commentary team in full effect for that one. More information, check out Signal 10 Wrestling on Facebook. And now, we got some plug skis for everyone because two men that are sitting here right now, you go on over to the Patreon, we have got some MadBash Wrestling found footage. We have got the Holy Grail, a lost Spencer Wallace match that is truly one of my favorite wrestling matches of all time. It's a 4-minute shoot fest of you versus someone who's not even in the business anymore. So I'm not
I ran
gonna...
him out of the business.
Yeah, I think that might have been.
That was pretty much told to me after I went to him because I apologized. You know, we all make mistakes.
I'm sorry that I kicked your ass. Now get out of here. I'm sorry, Dickie.
Can we say fuck?
Shank, you can say fuck.
Yeah. I had to ask though.
You don't study the product, brother. But you know,
Kids show. Come on, this is $5.
We've,
Wait till we go to $10.
$10.
but hey,
You got to hear $10 tier just to hear us cuss each other out.
Yeah.
I apologize. I know that there are some grown-ups here, but there's also some kids that listen. So watch your mouth.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, Daddy Shank just came out in that one. But speaking
Chill,
of Shank,
Daddy.
speaking of Shank, we've also got a found footage match of Shank over on the Patreon. Shank Barzini versus Jason Light. I don't even know what year that's from, but it is a solid matchup.
Look on YouTube for the date.
Yeah,
solid.
Well,
year,
no,
man.
hey, the only way you can find it is on Patreon, man. I'm the one with the footage, brother.
He's the man with
I'm the man with the plan. Yeah.
And listen, I've got a deal going right now. You guys subscribe to the $10 Patreon. That gives me and Shank 3 F-bombs all day long.
We are monetizing our
We're going to monetize
language.
our language.
To be honest, this found footage was actually, it really was found. I didn't even know that this match existed versus me and Light. And I don't remember it at all. I had to watch it just to remember it and everything. Mostly because of concussions.
Mostly. That might be the big factor.
Either concussions or Shank really just doesn't remember, but concussions sound more probable.
I think it's a bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yeah.
But
medicine might be a factor in that also.
Oh, yeah. You never know. You never know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this podcast. But of course, I want to remind everyone that this is, of course, brought to you by Venom Energy and patreon.com/MadBash Studios.
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
we have got quite the menagerie here, and I'm not talking about that group from TNA with Crazy Steve and Rebel. You know what I mean?
I don't remember that.
We're kind of like an iWow version of them. If you think about it, that's where we came from. We're the iWow menagerie.
I don't
If you
even
think about it.
You don't remember the menagerie?
Dude, they were like Mike Knox. Was it Mike? Mike
Oh,
Knox.
yeah.
Mike Knox was part of it.
Yes.
Right? Mike Knox, Rob Terry, who became the Freak, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then who was Crazy Steve?
It was Crazy Steve. It was his debut.
But wasn't there someone? Didn't they have a manager though?
Rebel.
It was
Rabble.
that rabble rouser.
Listen, you guys got to bear with us on this one because we are just coming off of watching some incredible backyard wrestling. We just came off of last night. Spencer and I were both booked at EPW. Shank stepped in the commentary booth with me. So listen, we are coming off of a whirlwind wrestling brother weekend. You know what I mean? So Shank was like, let's turn on the microphones. Let's get at it, man. Let's podcast it up. So there's going to be no rhyme or reason to this one.
So yesterday or last night, I felt like the green kid because you told me, what's his name was going to be on the first half, and then it's going to be me on the second. And I was just like, hey, can I get in on that? To be honest, I've never done commentary.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, that'd be a fun thing to do just right off the cuff. And I liked it. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Dickie.
Oh, of course.
Letting me do that. Since this is the spot show, I have to ask, what are our high spots and low spots in this?
Brother, I think
Did I
the
get
whole
a rest spot?
we're going to get a rest spot about half hour in whenever we get to go to the ad break, I suppose. But no, I mean, brother, the high spot is what you make it. You know, all these kids today are worried about their high spots. Back in my day, we just went out and worked. You know what I mean?
Back in my day, and up and over was a high spot.
Back in my day, in the Circus 3 Rings, whenever we were the strongmen that worked each other, I tell you what, me and Gorgeous George tore down the house in 1934.
Shit, I was more of like a territory guy. You see the mullet now.
That's a little bit before my time,
Bro,
kid.
that was before my time.
No, so what happened last night is I'm going to give a shout out to Adam Gage. He's just now getting into doing this whole commentary thing. Got a lot of upside. I think he's going to be an incredible commentator. But I was like, look, man, we're going to kind of train you a little bit here because one issue that he was facing is that he didn't quite bring the energy for the whole show. He would start and then he would build up. And I was like, in order to train you, I'm just going to give you half of the show so that you know that you can then get the half and get going. So then I was like, I'm just going to Joey Styles the second half, you know? And then I'm walking around and I'm like, Shank, what about if I put Shank on commentary? And it was just out of the blue, and it was so much fun because listen, here's the thing. All the love in the world for Madrox. My brother, one of my favorite human beings walking the face of the earth. But sometimes, you know how like whenever you see Guns N' Roses play now and like Axl and Slash don't even look at each other, I'm trying to avoid that. And it's not that we're getting anywhere near that, but it's like sometimes you got to get that fresh blood going, you know what I mean? And getting in the commentary booth with different people is really what is like kind of keeping this alive, because I don't want it to fall apart, you know what I mean? Because
Well, I mean, Shank can attest this. It's just like being in the ring side of that, dude.
yeah.
You get in carloads and you start traveling with people. You're in that same carload 3 or 4 months, and then you've gotta change it up because A, it's stale. You've either worked everybody in the carload and you're having the same match over and over, or it's just you're not learning anything. You got to get out. You got to do things to be different. Shank knows that. Shank did that with Oliver. You guys, Evansville, JP and Jenna. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Anytime that, I mean, this is for the green kids, and to be honest, anyone, if there's ever an opportunity that opens up to you, take it. I'm telling you. I mean, even if like whenever I blew out my knee and everything, like the Vikings were just like, hey, we have a spot in the car. We know that, you know, you're out for a little bit. Would you like to hop in the car with us? And I was just like, hell yeah. I mean,
just give you something to do to keep your mind right, you know?
not only that, but it's a free fucking vacation down to California and back. I've never
Essentially.
been to California. I've never been to Vegas and everything like that. So I was just like, free trip. I get to hang with the boys.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And to be honest, like, I don't want to say a shoot name. It starts with a reindeer.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But
yeah. Starts with a reindeer, and I'm like, oh, we know that one now.
But anyways, he asked me a really good question. He was like, Shank, I got a question for you. He's like, the last name Barzini. You're not Italian. And he goes, what? Why Barzini?
Because you're a Godfather, Mark.
I am a Godfather.
You're literally
Mark.
sitting here wearing a Godfather hoodie.
Yes.
And to be honest, playing the video game and everything like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have ever played the Godfather video game.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh,
There is. It's supposedly really good, but I've never played. I played the Mafia games. I love those games.
yeah, but the Godfather game's really good. Like, you're actually playing like a guy that starts at the bottom of it.
Like an associate works his way up.
Yeah,
To being a made man.
Yeah, you work your way up as an associate, or, you know, before, what are they? They call them associates, I think.
A consigliere.
Well, consigliere, consigliere
no,
is right
yeah.
under the underboss, right? Because your
Okay, yeah.
consigliere is your
Yeah, that's
he's like,
Tom.
here's your wise guy, he's your talk guy. You talk business with your consigliere because
Like
he goes
Sil
to the
from
underboss.
The Sopranos. Yeah.
Sil was the yes.
Yes.
Sil was never an underboss.
He's your Madrox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All the business is done through him, and then he relays back to you, and you guys confer with your
So it's like in
business.
Goodfellas when it's like Paulie only talked to 3 people every day.
Yes.
It's like he moved
Exactly.
slow.
And the only reason why Tom couldn't really be in the family is because he was part Irish.
Yeah, because you got to be full
You gotta
blooded.
be. I mean, yeah.
You got to be full blooded Italian like Tracy Smothers in order to be.
But see,
in order to be.
but, like, if you're looking at some of the mafia history, though, that's not always been the case because, like John Gotti times, when the New York Five families, when it was a big thing.
Yes.
So sometimes they were needing numbers, especially when those families were fighting with each other. So sometimes they would take those kids whose dads were Italian, but the moms were half, and still bring him in and make him made man.
Okay.
Certain times, but no, a lot of those older guys didn't like that because A, they weren't real Italian. That was that was the thing, you know, when back in the Sicily, when that all started over in Italy and stuff. I don't know if he knows. I'm a mafia nut. I love that history.
We're going to get, I want to put a pin in that because I do want to keep talking about mafia because I want Shank to finish his story about, for those of you that don't know, we're talking about Herzog is who we're talking about here. He asks you, why are you using Barzini if you're not Italian?
Yeah.
And it just simply was because I'm a Godfather, Mark.
Well, no, because I was playing the game and Barzini was green.
Yeah.
So my dumb idiot self at 16 was like, oh, they're Irish.
Yes.
I'm Irish. Barzini sounds cool.
Not knowing it's Italian.
Oh my god.
Mamma mia.
You know how many mafia guys eat potatoes and everything?
So that's perfect. That's perfect. So to get back into the mafia stuff, because I just wanted to hear the end of Shank's story there.
I'm an idiot. That's
You're just an idiot. Okay. Perfect.
It must be Irish.
So, Shank, we've talked about it a little bit
That's
here.
the Hall of Fame. That's the Hall of Fame t-shirt for Shames. It must be Irish.
Must be Irish. Spencer, you just said it, that you're into the mafia and stuff like that. Shank, I know that we've touched on it
I'm not in the mafia. I just want to say I'm not. I'm into mafia history.
Yeah.
He's Irish.
He's Irish.
Shank's he can't be a mafia.
So, do you know one of my, because you talked about the 5 families, do you know about, he's a very lesser known mob killer? Like, everybody talks about the Iceman and all that other stuff. Like, he's the one that everybody knows about. And this is a true story. Do you know about, he was a contract killer for the Bonanos, for the Gambinos, I think a couple others. His name was Tommy Patera. Do you know about this guy?
Is that the one that they made the movie about?
There is no movie about him. There needs to be.
So,
dude, this guy, his story feels like a legitimate movie. It is bonkers. Look into Jason V. I know that he's listening to this. I gave him a podcast to listen to about Tommy Patera. It's a 3-part, each part's an hour podcast. I'm going to send these to you guys. Dude, bonkers. His name was Tommy Karate was his name. And he...
Dude, that is brother, that's a territory name.
It's basically the flip side of Karate Kid, where instead of Daniel San becoming like an upstanding citizen, he turns into a life of crime. And like, he was a contract killer for the Bonanos, for the Gambinos. There's a book about him. It's called Butcher, I think is what it's called.
Dude,
I have to look into
he's
this.
a worker, bro.
I know.
He's
Dude,
a worker.
Tommy
Dan has
Karate.
two
Got 2 gimmicks, dude.
Yeah, you gotta, if you're big into mob history and shit, you gotta read about Tommy Patera.
Think about this, right? He is like a time-traveled Finn Balor then, homie. When he gets dark, he becomes the Butcher. But when he's like normal work rate, he's just Tommy Karate. But when you piss him off and he gets angry, I'm the Butcher.
But
Tommy the Butcher.
So just to give you an idea, like, I think he's still alive. Like, he's serving life sentences, I think.
Oh, I would hope. I would hope for murdering, doing all that. He's out free.
20 years.
But, dude, he killed a lot of people. And, like, I guess...
Like, dude, he killed a lot of...
Dude, I guess, like, there's a story of him in prison where he beat a guy within an inch of his life, but the guy showed no signs of bruising or anything. Like, so that's why he was Tommy Karate, because he actually... If I am lying, I am dying right now. This motherfucker gets into the martial arts, goes over to Japan, trains in karate, and then comes back and then gets into the mob and is like a contracted killer for him.
Man,
dude,
this is a Karate Kid gone wrong.
This is a movie. Why?
It's a movie, yes. They never made it a movie.
Write it.
You know, so like a lot of those things too is all those mafia guys, they can't really make movies because they can't make money. Like after they get popped with the feds, there's a clause.
Son of Sam law, right?
There's a clause where they can't make money off their crimes, like telling their stories.
Yeah,
which is crazy but understandable.
Well, I was just watching a video that broke down The Wolf of Wall Street, which is another incredible movie, and it was talking about Jordan Belfort, how he like is kind of built some of his, but like he can't really. Can he make money off of what he did? Because I mean, what he did technically, was crimes,
I mean, it's all. I think it's like it depends. Also, I think under like the RICO Act and like all those crazy. Acts, they get hit with certain clauses where like, hey, if we pop you, you can't. And I think with the same thing with the Wolf of Wall Street guy, I don't think he can technically make money on.
He has a book though.
I don't think he can make. I don't think he can go back into stocks or anything.
Oh,
like that.
He got disbarred or whatever you call it. Yeah,
I know. I watch a guy on YouTube. He was part of the mob. He's actually in his character is in Goodfellas. Like whenever he goes through the bar and he's like announcing.
What one?
Michael Franchise.
He has a podcast.
Yeah, is his name Michael though?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Dude,
Yeah.
Goodfellas is my all-time favorite movie.
You know, Michael's got a really good, and Sam of the Bull Guevara, he has a really good podcast.
I've heard
too.
about that,
His
actually,
is
yeah.
solid.
So that's how I think that they can still make money off of it, is that they can talk about it and stuff like that, especially since it's already on record.
Yeah.
And they're not.
I think they just can't do the movies and make like the big.
Yeah.
Like it's like
that.
the movie
like TV
Life rights.
shows, yeah. Like, see, because Sam of the Bull Guevara will talk about in his podcast, like he'll write and he'll help produce, but he'll never like direct or make it his own because I don't think he can make the money from it.
Yeah. Well, the actor that plays Paulie Walnuts in The Sopranos, he was involved in the involved in the
he was.
pointing with the pinky out. And
And
he's
he's the guy that always has his hands by himself,
Yeah.
like picking at his
Yeah, and
fingernails.
he get the pinky ring.
AT.
You know the reason why he always picks at his fingernails?
What's that?
Is because whenever you're in the streets or whatever, you don't want your hands in your pockets.
You gotta always be ready.
Because you don't want to
Stay ready.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I never thought
Zach
of that.
Ryder, always ready, right?
Yeah.
Always ready. Get,
Always. You don't
get that 3-day spray tan.
Yeah,
brother.
you want that. You want your hands up or by your. You know what I mean? Like not by your side, but like
Yeah.
ready
Dude,
for action.
This podcast took a complete turn that I'm all for. I didn't think we would be talking about the mob. This is so dope.
You know, it makes sense though, because a guy I used to work for in the military, he would never put his hands in his pockets. They were always up, like right here. He always have them rested, and he always made the joke, "Stay ready." And I'm like, oh no, and he's seen some shit. So like, yeah, I get what he was saying, but I was always like, I thought it was a joke, and my buddy's like, no, that's a real thing. Like he explained it because I was like, oh, and he's like, he's always ready. So if something happens, his hands are here and he's ready to go. Like that makes more sense now.
Ready to throw down now.
You
Yeah.
can see that a lot in like inner cities and stuff like that. Like especially like because I'm from Memphis and stuff like that, and you barely see people like hands in pockets, and if it is, it's like in a hoodie pocket. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Just like you know.
Well, I feel like that it's also kind of like not like I feel like that it was. Get your thought out, Dickie. Christ, I've not podcasted in 2 months. It's like a societal thing as well. Like it started in the underground where these like criminals, but then like you look and like let's look at something that happened in actual society a few years ago. Trayvon Martin, you know, he was walking with his hood up and his hands in his pockets, and that's what made what the fuck's his name that went after him. You know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name to save my life right now, but I mean that makes sense though. Of where it's like, I never thought of that. Of where it's like, if you have your hand in your pockets, I can see why people would think that you're going to be doing something, you know?
Always ready.
Always ready, brother. Yeah, man.
That's why I don't put my hands in my singlet when I rest. So I'm always ready.
But, yeah, so I want to say that book, I think it's called Butcher, and it's by Philip. I know the author's name is Philip Carlo.
I'm gonna be real honest with you, Dickie. If it's not an Audible, I can't really. It's big words. I can't.
No, I get that completely. Yeah.
And those big words.
Yeah.
Spot jumped over
Yeah.
the.
Okay, so
What is that word?
Fence, little buddy.
Oh, I thought it was Finch, like the bird.
I wish.
Or the character
No.
from American Pie. Bad joke, Dickie. Yeah, it's called The Butcher: The Anatomy of a Mafia Psychopath. And it's by Philip Carlo.
You know.
And like, just in general, you guys really should look into Tommy Patera. It's a crazy story.
He mentioned old Tom Patera being able to fuck up his cellmate and not leave any bruises. My old lady here, she must learn from him, dude. She tees off on me, no bruises. I'm surprised.
To be honest,
That's why Spencer's so tough, brother. He's
hardcore.
He's battle forged.
another,
Built for tough.
no, you're good. Another way that you could break bones and not leave bruises and stuff like that is if you have a thick thing of like paper or like a phone
Punch
book.
through the paper.
You
Yeah, punch through the phone book. Yeah.
and then you have like a solid object. It won't leave bruises. It breaks some bones, but it won't
Yeah.
leave bruises.
Yeah. Dude, the mob is
Disclaimer, all this is done by professionals. Please do not try that at home.
Yeah, professional hitman.
We are not those.
the mob is crazy, and like I think that shows like The Godfather, Goodfellas, the Sopranos, all that, just the big ones. They really do a good job of like showing like, because you know you talk about The Killing or whatever, that scene in Goodfellas where it's like Henry knows that Maury is dead. And he's like, he's gonna fuck, and then he's just like, it's good. And then he gets in the car and they fucking stab him through the throat, and it's just like, oh my god, like it's the little stuff like that, like the kiss of death was in Godfather, right? Where it's like you get kissed on the one cheek, and then you know that that's the person that's about to die or whatever.
Yeah, that's what he did to his brother. What's
Fredo?
Fredo?
I'm smart. I was passed over.
Yeah,
I about said Alfredo.
but okay, so this is why I think The Godfather 2 is the best Godfather. I don't know if y'all agree or not.
Can I tell you something? Never seen a Godfather movie.
Me
as
and Dickie have heat.
I know, dude. I should, because I love watching stuff about the mafia. Goodfellas is my all-time favorite movie. Sopranos, my all-time favorite TV show. Why I have not watched Godfather, do not know. It's been on my list for years.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So I've seen the first one, seen the second one. I'm gonna be honest. I love long movies, but I now, as an adult, don't have the same attention span as I did when
It's
I was
hard.
younger.
It's
and it's
tough.
hard, to
And that's
sit
what
through
scares
this.
me.
It's hard. It's hard.
Whoever is going to watch the Godfather series, just don't watch 3.
I've heard
Three's
that.
terrible.
I've heard that. What
I've not
one?
watched it, but I've heard it.
Notice I'm pointing with my pinky, like fucking,
Pinky up, man.
like Polly Walnuts. They what one did they recut one of them not too long ago, didn't they?
Third got the Coda cut, I think.
The Coda cut, yeah. And then they made that TV show that was about the making of the Godfather.
Yeah, and that's a really interesting story behind that.
I haven't seen that yet.
Fun fact: you mentioned Sopranos. So there was like one episode in the beginning where Tony Soprano wore shorts.
Yeah.
And you never noticed after that one episode he never wore shorts again.
Yep.
They got a call and someone's like, "Yo, mafia bosses don't wear shorts." Guess what? After that, no more shorts.
Dude, Sopranos is so good. You've never seen it, right, Shank?
I've seen a couple episodes, but
Okay, so then
do you
you're
have
going to give
HBO
me
Max?
no.
Bro, okay.
I'm a cheap
Get it. I will see if I could spare you a login. Get a hold of me after this because you've got to watch The Sopranos. It's going to be a little like the more you get into it. So there's like 6 seasons, right? But it's season 6A and season 6B. So they basically, I think there's still like 12 episodes a season. So it's like 2 seasons, but it's 1 season.
Okay.
It screws with your
Dude,
head.
it's so good. And then, like, I wish Shank wasn't here so that because he's not seen Sopranos, so we could talk about, like, major moments from that show. Like, dude.
So much character development, man. Like Sopranos and pro wrestling go hand in hand.
So
You just watch
Yeah.
and it's crazy because you watch this progression of Tony Soprano as this big hulking man, and you find out over time how small he really is as this big hulking man in this world, and he, in his own mindset, how he becomes to realize, okay, I'm not what I thought I was, and like how he had to flip the game and take it back, and just the whole fucking progression build up, dude. It's a story. It's so beautiful.
the greatest TV show of all time.
Yes.
This is why I like mafia movies, is just because the psychology of a mafia movie. The reason why I like The Godfather so much is that, like, whenever I watch a movie, I break a movie down, try to find the psychology of the movie.
Yes.
So the first one, the psychology of the movie, is you're watching a father pass his knowledge and everything to his son, right? So he's passing down knowledge as his son is learning and growing through power. Now, the second one shows how the father, how the Don Corleone made the family and everything like that. You get to see why Fredo is the way that he is. You get to see, Sonny, why Sonny was so hot-tempered. And then you also get to see, like I said, the start of the family as Michael is on top, the fall. And you get to watch it at the same time.
That's what's beautiful about The Sopranos too, is that show actually changed what it was. Spencer, you and I have talked about this. It changed what it was supposed to be. So it was supposed to be Tony's relationship with his mother, and like the struggles of like, because his dad was in charge of the family. And then his mother, his dad wasn't in charge of the family. It was
so Jackie and when the series, Jackie Aprile,
yeah,
which Italians somehow they're all related, even though they're not all related, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like a lot of families, but like Jackie Aprile had it, and then his uncle, I think Junior was.
Well, that's the thing
Junior,
that Jackie Aprile.
And see, his dad was a made man.
Tony's dad was a made man.
But he died. If you get a chance, if it's not the greatest movie in the world, right? But if you truly want some more insight into what you're going to watch with The Sopranos, Sopranos, The Saints of Newark,
the Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, the Many Saints. It's a rough one, but it gives you more insight to why Tony is the way he is before you watch the movie.
Yeah,
because that's important. You really need to understand why Tony strives so hard to be the man he is.
Yeah.
I think so. Whenever I started The Sopranos and like I watched, I think 3 or 4 episodes, he felt like a mama's boy.
Well, okay, so that gets me into what I was going to say here.
But the more you watch,
yeah,
you understand things better.
Yeah,
so and you understand why you. I understand why you think that, but the deeper you get, it's not what you think it is.
That's because it was, so you are right about that, Shank, is originally what was supposed to happen is that it was going to be more of like exploring the dynamic of Tony and his mom. It was more, The Sopranos is more of a family drama with organized crime as opposed to organized crime with family drama. Once you break it down and realize that you're not watching a traditional mob show, then you realize that once the light goes off, it's incredible. So what happened was Jackie Aprile died. Tony Soprano's dad is dead, and there's like this power struggle between Tony's uncle and Tony to take over the family. Well, Tony's mom is like conspiring against Tony and working with his uncle Junior, so there's this weird dynamic between him and his mom.
But but also on top of that, he's facing the New York mob.
And the New York, yeah.
The New York's trying to come into his territory and take his trash business and all his shit.
Because they don't respect that They say that's not an actual family. That's a glorified crew.
Basically
they don't respect them.
Yeah, and so he's got this power struggle with New York, and then all of a sudden he's got this power struggle with then who's going to get the family, and it's separate. It's just the separation, the story. It's fucking fantastic.
So then what ends up happening real quick, Shank, is the actress that played Tony's mom died in real life, so they had to pivot the entire show. Mm-hmm. And I think they pivoted it incredibly. But I would have been curious to see how it played out had she not died.
This is why I say everything's professional wrestling.
It is.
Just like
that's why I loved The Sopranos and it drew me in, because it was just we got Tony getting his shine, brother, right in the beginning. Boom, we're going in for some shine. All of a sudden, we got some heat. We got fucking New York coming in, and they're fucking putting the boots to him. And he gets his comeback. He gets cut off right before the end. Then we get the big finish.
Dude, this isn't even really too much of a spoiler, and then we're going to throw to ads here. Then maybe we'll actually talk about this thing called professional wrestling.
This is why you don't get me and Shank together, because
this is exactly what this show is. There's like a big climax where it's like New York and New Jersey go to war with each other, and like Tony's getting his go bag already, and his wife comes in and she's like, "Tony, what do I do?" And he's like, "Listen, it's an unspoken rule. Family does not get messed with. So you and the kids are going to be fine." But the whole Jersey family gets their go bags, and they got shotguns and fucking
AK-47s. Bro, he tells Carmela, his wife, he tells you, no one gets touched, but he sends them away to their away house no one knows about.
He says just to be safe.
Yep.
He's like, because I don't know what these guys are going to be capable of. He's like, listen, there's an unspoken thing, but like you just never know. So the episode that ends right before the big climax is Tony walking into their hideaway, and he goes up into the loft to sleep,
and he's just
laying in his bed with his shotgun, just waiting, because he knows that if they find us, this could pop off. So, dude, Wes, I'm telling you, you gotta watch The Sopranos.
The ending though is a mind fuck. So
don't get there though, dude. We can't get there.
No, what I'm saying is though, when you get through it and you watch it, we're gonna come back to this, because then we're going to have a 30-minute spot just for
because we
the
got to
ending of The
analyze. We
Sopranos.
got to analyze the ending of that show
because it's brother. They left it open for so many things.
Yeah, and people hated it.
Oh,
when
dude,
it first
shit on
aired,
it.
people canceled their HBO because of it.
See, but supposedly, and I don't know how true this is. Supposedly, the director came out years later and he said what the real reason behind the ending was and like how it was. It was what he supposedly said what happened. I can't remember what it was, but there's a lot of speculation. It's caused like even on Reddit, dude. Reddit threads go wild over that shit.
Oh, dude,
it's a heated moment.
Yeah,
People
brother.
get heated over this shit.
Reddit is crazy.
yeah.
It's the Wild West.
It's disgusting though too.
I haven't been that far, like that deep in Reddit, but like just in like some, like I get curious and I'm dumb, so I'm just like, I wonder what people. I look up my name. I don't know if y'all do that, but like I get curious.
Dickie Wabash comes up with some,
If I can be honest, I think Reddit is just like it's just like the corn hub of words, like for people to post, like blog.
That's all it is.
It's all it is. It's disgusting, and you can find anything on there, dude. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I don't have it. I don't like it.
It's the dark web.
It
Like
is.
it feels
It
like
is.
the dark
It's-
web.
It's really not as bad though. There's way worse sites.
Oh,
Like Reddit. Reddit is
I'll
the
I'll
surface
stick to
level.
my Facebook and my Instagram, my
Yeah.
YouTube.
I remember being 13 and the internet just showing up with rotten.com.
Oh, we've talked about 90s shock culture on here before with Madrox. But all right, guys, we are going to continue this discussion. Spencer, since you've never been on the podcast, I want to give people a little bit of your history. We can talk about, you're a second generation wrestler, stuff like that. And we will be right back after we hear a word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by patreon.com/MadBash Studios. If you head on over to patreon.com/MadBash Studios, you are helping fund the definition of independent. Hundreds of hours of content starting at just $5 a month. You are going to get early, ad-free access to everything that MadBash Studios has to offer, on top of exclusive shows starting at just $5 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee a month. You can go on over to patreon.com/MadBash Studios and you can support the dream of being unapologetically creative. This episode is brought to you by Venom Energy. Hey, we've all been there, and there's nothing wrong with admitting to it. Well, what I mean is that we've all hit that midday slump, and we all need a little push to get us through the rest of the day. Well, what better option to give you a pick-me-up than one of the wonderful flavors of Venom Energy? Venom is what gets MadBash through those long show days, and we know that it can do the same for you. I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit for you, too. Yeah. Come to our merch table when you see us at a show, and with the purchase of a MadBash Wrestling sticker or magnet, you get a Venom Energy drink on us. While supplies last, of course, so you better act quick. We'd like to thank Venom again for sponsoring this episode. Please consume responsibly. Not recommended for children under 18, pregnant or nursing women, or people sensitive to caffeine. All right, everyone. Shank had to step away for a minute here, so I think that means that Spencer's actually going to get a little bit of mic time, if you know what I mean. So, man, here's the thing about Spencer Wallace, right, is you're one of these guys that you just, from my perspective, because you got in the business when?
So 2013.
So you got in a year after me.
Yeah, so my dad died December 8th, 2012. Like, I pretty much moved back, like, right after that.
Yeah.
And then after that first of the year, I want to say it was, like, January, February, I was at a 01 show in Champaign, and I was there, and I bumped into Josh Totten, homicidal Stephen Davis.
Is this going to turn into an iWow podcast now with you two?
No, but it just, well, Shank knows the same people, and it's just, that's how me and him met.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, but no, the words were, I walked up to homicidal Stephen Davis, and Josh was there too. Josh had asked if I thought about getting into the business, and your dad did it, and, I was around it way before my dad was in it. You can ask guys like Josh, Walt, who he's seen last night. They knew me. Like Walt was said, I was selling merch at my dad's table at like 6. Like that shit was true. That's what I was doing. So I've been around it a lot, but I didn't get in until 2013 when Jay comes up and goes, I think you should come down to IWOW. I think we could do something with this dead dad gimmick. And Josh goes, Jay. And he's like, I'm just saying. And that's how I got in the business.
Yeah, so
that's how I got to start working in the business.
Yeah, because to me, my point is that you were just someone that just showed up with Frank Wyatt one day at a UWC show. And I was like, who's Shank? You might have been in that carload too. Because it was definitely, there was whenever there was, because we talk about him all the time and talk about it all the time. UWC Fridays.
Fucking love them.
Greatest thing in the world.
They
Shank,
did a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, Shank, you weren't there as consistently as Spencer and I were, but when you would come in, you could feel it, I know. And there was that IWOW carload, and it would always be like Frank Wyatt, Spencer, Joey O'Reilly. Towards the end of my run there, Kyle Pfeiffer would be coming in. And
yay, Kyle.
And who else would be in that IWOW carload? Would Castle be in that carload, or would he?
Castle came by himself usually because like that was at the point where like Castle, Cage,
yeah, there was that big civil war.
Rose.
Tom.
I had to like pull my microphone, put away like shout out to those guys. They did a lot for IWOW, and I don't know the story behind it. I'm not going to ask. That's a conversation for
that
later.
May be a paid show podcast.
That's a paid show podcast,
brother.
but
because there's a story there about the collapse of that era of IWOW.
It's like the rise and fall of ECW, just on a smaller scale.
I was there for a lot of it. Oliver, that'd be a good one for Oliver.
Yeah.
Either
way, they did a lot for IWOW. They helped out. They put IWOW on the map in a sense. KYB with their YouTube show had a lot of views. They filmed out of there. But the fact that those guys, when they were booking, were bringing in like Organo, Eric Cannon, they were bringing some eyes to it. So kudos to them. I don't know the whole story. I wasn't there at that time, and I'm not going to act like I do, but I do give them the props in that sense that they helped out. I know it also maybe caused some turmoil here and there. Sorry for the people that caused, but I truly do appreciate what they did for IWOW.
For sure.
They helped a lot of us young guys come in and get
for sure. Right? Yeah. So all this to say is that you would mostly come in with that IWOW carload.
Yes.
When you were coming in.
Yes.
And we're going to kind of sequence break a little bit here, and then we'll be kind of wrapping around. What's funny about the way that you were being used in UWC is that when I brought you in for MadBash, and you wrestled your first match against Jason Levi, which was a certified banger. Jason V comes up to me and he goes, I feel bad. I was like, why? And he's like, for the way I used to book Spencer back in the day, I didn't know he had that in him. And you were like more of the freaks come out at, coming out with your Transformers logo on your tights, and you're being
as John Stone called me, the Dinobot.
The Dinobot Spencer Wallace. And then you had your heel turn with Bradley Dupree, and we started to see a little bit of that Spencer. But I mean, I don't think that, and I'm going to speak for you here because, with us being around the same time period, I know how I would have been because I wasn't comfortable in my own skin at that time. You probably just hadn't found yourself, and then it took you stepping away from the business to then find yourself.
Yeah, I honestly thought before I got out first that I found my whole, I thought I found my whole shtick with the Golden Boy gimmick at IWOW. I was like the fucking coked out 80s wrestler because I was like, the older I've gotten, I just prefer old school wrestling. There's nothing wrong with what wrestling is today, guys. I'm not shitting on anybody. I am not a big jump, flippy, high spot guy. I like to get brutal. I like to get violent, and I like to throw hands. But I'm an old school, vintage, territory wrestler guy, and that's I thought I found that before I got out, but I didn't find it till I got back.
Dude, you don't know. I've had that pivot as well. Oliver and I have told the story on the podcast. He had a booking here close to my house, and he came over after. It was right after Hogan died. We got Wingstop. We watched old Hogan territory matches, and we were like, fucking A, this shit rocks. But it was like a renaissance for me with wrestling.
Well, like I said, and when I got back, that that match for Jason for me was going to be the make or break. I know we had a discussion after. You were kind of like, "Yo, if this didn't deliver, we probably weren't going to use you anymore."
Yeah, I told you that.
And you were. That's the thing is when you told me that, but that was you didn't tell me that till after the match. You told me after the curtain. You told me how great it was. You're like, because if you didn't deliver, we weren't going to use you. And I was like,
here's my philosophy.
And I was cool with that because that was the test for me. If that didn't go well with Jason, I was done. My boots were getting hung back.
Here's my philosophy on this: is if you tell someone this is your final shot, I feel like that it's going to make them go out there and deliver. Yes. But my fear with that is that they're going to realize, well, all I had to do was prove myself here, and now I'm good to go. And then they rest on their laurels and they get lazy. Mm-hmm. So that's why I never tell people that stuff until after the fact.
He's a liar.
How am I a liar?
Because whenever I came back for the match with Dalton,
oh no, I never would have said that to you.
We were out. I was outside smoking and everything, and here comes Dickie up to me and goes, "All right, Shank, listen."
Shut up! Don't do this shit to me.
Listen, we need this one to be a good one.
That was for different reasonings.
Different.
Though.
I can
that was
see
for
that,
different
but I also
reasoning.
see in his mind not being around.
Different. No, shut up, Spencer.
Okay, I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
That's completely different. That is not me saying, Shank, go out there and because this is your last straw. That's me saying, go deliver a fucking.
You know
match.
what he was saying to you, really though? He was looking in your eyes, going, "Listen here, green kid, you better step the fuck up. If Dalton says you don't deliver, you're fucking out."
Listen, we know that you've been out for a minute and you have rust, but if you show that rust, you're fucking out.
We won't use you anymore, vet.
Hey, that match is why you're the first inductee in the Hall.
You're
going to
be a 40-miler real quick if you don't deliver.
Wait, hold on. Can we squash that? Because we know that the only reason why I got it is because someone else turned it down.
Oh my god!
Did someone else turn
the Hall of Fame
for MadBash?
Yes.
No, there was no one. It was always you.
I don't know.
Who was it? Hang on.
I'm staying out of
I'm going to mute the mics for a second.
It starts with...
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, wait,
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
the story here,
Shank,
so I'm
okay, yeah. I had to mute the microphones. Shank told me who it was. Yeah. Oliver, we did talk about, we were like...
What did Oliver say?
We would let, he's like, dude, fuck that now.
Yeah. Dude, why would you put me in the Hall of Fame? I'm still, I'm still hitting the road and everything, and
what was he saying last night?
Really put someone, put Shank in, just do that.
Because we were gonna do two. We were gonna do two people.
So whenever Dickie called me, he's like, "Hey, we want to put you in the Hall of Fame." The first thing I said was, "Why me? Put Oliver in."
Yeah,
like he's the vet of the crew. Like he's done more.
Yeah,
put Oliver in.
Oliver has told us, he goes, "Listen, if I die before all of you, you better fucking not put on a tribute show for me." He said, he goes, no, hang on. He goes, "I will have my wife file a cease and desist against you guys for using my likeness without my approval."
He says to us yesterday, "I don't want no fucking wings on me."
Yeah,
that's what killed me.
I don't want
no fucking wings on me.
He goes, because so last night, to time this a little bit, Matt Maverick wrestled his final wrestling match. Shout out to Matt Maverick.
Matt Maverick's not dead, though. We're talking about wings
he's still
and
alive.
tribute shows. He's still alive.
But Oliver's talking about...
take it off.
He came back from the dead.
Oliver was talking about, like, look, when I do my retirement, he's like, he goes, you'll just see me at fucking Ruth's Chris. He goes, don't worry about me. He's like, I don't need a banquet. I don't need a presentation. He's like, it is what it is. And he goes, and when I die, he said, don't you do no fucking 10-bell salute for me. He said, he's like, do a 9-bell or something. And then he goes,
do a 6-7 bell.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, the 6-7 bell. And then he goes, and he has told me this multiple times. He goes, if you do anything like the fucking Oliver Kane tribute rumble or something, he said, I will have my wife fucking sue you.
He's gonna haunt all of us.
He said,
we're gonna do it. That's the thing is he says he don't want. What he's really saying is when he don't want is he really wants it. So we got to do it.
No, Oliver, believe me, almost anything that comes out of Oliver's mouth It's the truth.
It's literal.
It's the honest to God truth.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Ollie. We definitely won't be doing that.
Yeah, you will.
I will with my action figures though.
You will.
So
Have a tribute show with them. We'll do like the fishing wire, the stop motion. We'll do
Yeah,
the stop motion
So,
tribute action
Spencer.
figure show for Ollie.
I gotta hear your meeting Oliver Kane story because I know we
Oh,
all
shit.
have one. I've told mine
Okay,
where he
so-
intimidated me at Denny's.
Full disclosure, I've known Oliver for a long time. I've known Oliver longer than I've known you. And that's only because of GAW, Great American Wrestling. It was a small little fed that ran out of Decatur, Illinois, Mount Zion. They ran in Pana, and they ran this show called Pana Pandemonium. And as
Hell
a kid,
yeah. Hell yeah.
it made me think of Imodium, so he'd stop shitting because they were the drizzling shits. And it wasn't even like... It wasn't even the people that worked for the Fed, guys. It was the fucking... And
I love how this
Fed
was
like it's
supposed
a
to-
real Fed.
Hey, so this was supposed to be Spencer's time to talk about his history, but
Oh,
now we're
fuck
just
my...
shitting
Dude,
on
we can
people.
come back to my history. I'm okay
Yeah,
with
we'll
that.
have to get you back on again sometime.
But Pain of Pandemonium as a kid, like I said, drizzling shits. I wish someone would have gave him Imodium. But that's how I met Oliver Kane. Him and his brother, the Kane brothers. It was Donovan Kane at the time and Joe Kane. I remember seeing little scrawny Oliver and little scrawny Joe working. So that's how long I've known them. And then after my dad died, dude. So dad was a tag team wrestler. They were the Animals, George Animal Jr., George Animal III. They wrestled all around the Midwest. They had a quite lengthy career because they didn't do much in the ring. They were decent. They were over. They were hot with the crowd, whatever. But after he died, I started going to hang out at 01 shows. And, of course, I'm going up. People remember me. And Oliver was just like, how did he say it in the car yesterday? How do you say it?
Are we talking about the gimmick?
No, the fucking, about my dad. He said something. He's like, I really liked your uncle. I just didn't care for your dad, but I like you.
Yeah, he
Like,
goes.
He was just so nonchalant. And I'm like,
he goes.
thank you. And he shook my hand that day. And I was like,
Yeah,
Thank you.
He walks up. He goes, yeah. He gets here to the house to leave for the show, and he goes, Spencer, your uncle, I liked him. Didn't like your dad, but I'm sorry that he's gone or whatever. And then Oliver started burying Spencer's dad, and he goes, he would do right-sided suplexes, like he would try to lucha, but he couldn't fucking pull it off.
My dad was lucha, but he didn't know how to be lucha. You know?
So then Oliver
Homie was ahead of his time, dude.
He's gonna fucking kill us for telling this story on the podcast. So Oliver is like one of these people that he'll start burying someone, and then he'll realize he's burying him, and he'll backpedal and be like, "No, listen, no, it's like he was a good worker, but it's like I just didn't fucking like him."
Yeah. That was like as a young man, I go, "This is lame as fuck." But the older I get, that's how you work. I got it. It's an easy night.
He goes, because I was like a Ring of Honor work rate guy, and I was going out there. He goes, but now that I'm older, I get it.
That's an easy night.
That's an easy night. He had to get his little jabs in before he could
But that's the thing.
He
right?
has to. So Oliver will compliment you if you fucking deserve it. He always will. He will give you your flowers. But first, he is going to kick you in the dick.
Oh.
He is going to bring you down to earth, and then he will build you back up.
See, it's
kind of a form of gaslighting if I think about it.
But if I think like that's kind of the best way to give a critique.
It absolutely is. And I think that's why so many people have so many problems with him. Like, you got to look at it for what it really is. He's being unapologetically honest with you, and we need that in wrestling.
Can I be honest, right? So let's be honest. Landscape has changed. It's not what it was. And I'm not saying that's bad because change is good everywhere, right? I agree. It's not what it's definitely for me a lot different since I've been back. There's a lot of things that I'm a little uncomfortable with because I just don't know how to take it. But that goes. Oliver can sit and talk to me like that, and I don't take that anything.
Because it's coming from a place of love.
Yes, but it's back in the day. I've had a lot worse said to me by a lot of other workers. I mean, a lot worse.
That we're trying to get you out of the business. He's
doing it to keep me in the business, and just saying, hey, and that's one thing about Oliver I will respect about him. He might kick you in the dick, but he's going to turn around and go, hey, but you did do this good. This looked really good. You have been working hard. I do notice that. It's constructive criticism.
It's give and take.
Yes.
It's always give and take with him. Always give and take. I love that man to death.
It's advice with anybody in this world, right? Anybody giving you advice. Give and take. Also, really listen to what they're saying. because sometimes you really got to listen and just to hear what's in between those other words they're saying, what they're really getting at. And if you're not the guy or person that's willing to listen, wrestling. When I got in the business, first thing my dad told me: open your ears, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
You open your ears and eyes. Watch. That's why if you see, I always sit in a corner and I shut up and I might talk to you, Dalton, or a couple of guys close, but I keep quiet and I listen because I can listen to 6 other conversations. And then I don't have to worry about asking other guys what they're doing in the ring. I know what they're doing. A lot of guys don't do that. It's all about me, me, me. No, it's about everybody.
Yeah.
But just all they got to do is just listen.
Dude, that's why I talk about all the time. I'm such a proponent of this, is that we need, because people don't do that anymore. People don't do it, just sit and listen and hear, okay, this person is doing this spot. I should probably not do this spot. Last night, not going to name names, not going to bury anyone because I'm not burying.
You can bury
them.
me, it's fine.
I'm not burying.
I'm right
anybody.
here, dude. I'd rather you bury me in front of my face, Dickie.
Three sky highs happened last night.
Oh, they did.
3 sky highs, and the best one. Here's what I'm annoyed by that with. Your champion at the time is Matt Maverick. It's one of his moves. So then you should look at it and respect the fact that, like, look, your champion's going out here and he's doing the sky high. Beautiful sky high, by the way. He hit Clayton with that and it bounced the ring up 5 feet, it looked like. But I'm a proponent of, like, listen, these people aren't sitting around listening or giving a damn to pay attention to this stuff, so they don't know that Matt Maverick, your champion, is throwing a sky high. So what we need on the indies, very much so, is agents, not necessarily to tell you go out there spot for spot, I'm going to build your match spot for spot, more of the consigliere that can communicate to these people and be like, hey, Shank's out there doing a headbutt spot, you shouldn't do a headbutt spot, stuff like that. And that's been my philosophy on indie wrestling for a long time. I think that we would benefit from something like that.
To not be the old guy in the room, which I am, I just think that it's the new generation, to be honest with you. Like, they have, I don't want to say they have the mentality of just like, I have my way and this is, I'm going to stick to my way. But they don't go up to the older guys. You know what I mean? They, like, I understand, like, they want to watch the guys with work rate and stuff like that. But, like, look at WWE. They're not looking for work rate, man. They're looking for, a character. They're looking for someone to draw people in and everything like that. To be honest, that's what I think kind of the indies are missing. And that's the reason why JCW's coming back, I feel.
Dude, the resurgence of JCW is like one of the coolest things that I've ever seen, because, like, you can look back in the day of what that company started out as a joke. Yeah. And then now they're making moves. I mean, they brought in, you can joke about it all you want, but they got Vince Russo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, that's a somewhat big deal, but I mean, it's like, look at their characters.
And they just brought in, what's his name for the Rumble right before he went to WWE. Zack Ryder?
Yeah, Cardona. He won their title.
Cardona's
our champ right now, I think.
No, I think he dropped it already.
I just want to say whoop whoop. All I heard was Russo, and I immediately knew we were talking about the Juggalos.
Oh, whoop whoop, brother.
I have a love and a fascination for the Juggalos. So
Shank and I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but we've where the whole closet juggalo thing of where it's like I'm a closet juggalo, but I finally let it fly that, like, dude, I fuck with the original cards heavy. Like, bro, they're incredible albums.
Some of the best times of my life were working for SMPW and getting to fucking work with Too Tough Tony. That motherfucker beat the shit out of me for like a 2-month stretch working for Sam. And like Safe has got to work, but he gives me the Too Tough driver, dude. I have never taken a form of any pile driver. And I said, where's my head supposed to go? And he says, well, you just got to tuck it in. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you got to basically act like you're trying to, like, look at my balls and my gooch. Like, just dig your head deep in there. And when I drop, because he's not, you're going to land on your head. So scared. And then I was also so scared that I had to look into some grown man's asshole as I'm like he's got my legs. Wrestling, wrestling looks kind of weird sometimes. And if anybody who's not wrestling would have seen a photo of that, they'd have been like, "What are you doing? Bad life choices." That's what I'm doing.
Wrestling may seem like that, like to people, and like especially when we talk about it. But if you hear a couple of boys go over a match, it gets pretty.
So then I'll fuck you off.
Yeah.
Hit him with the bip. And then we'll do one of these charges in the corner, and it's like, what are you fucking off? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm gonna grab you here, and I'm gonna pull this.
Yeah.
I just need you to bend over, take
tuck your chin,
this spot
kid.
for me.
Listen, if you put your hand on my upper thigh, you're gonna get a lot better spot. All right, so just grab right there on my inner thigh and just push up.
He says, "Make sure you tuck your head into my crotch." Real deep before we take that move.
Dude,
Get your nose in my asshole real quick.
Yeah.
One thing that has changed is because we've been around for so long or whatever. So Shank, you've probably noticed it too, because and Spencer, you may have since you've been back. Is I just called it. So I'll fuck you off. That was the call back in the day. That was the Pearl Harbor. It started off as a Pearl Harbor, then it went to a glom, then it went to a fuck off, and it was like, so I'll fuck you off, and they go out of the ring, and now it's turned into the bip. So then I'll bip you, and it's like, go back to calling it I'll fuck you off. Like, what is this?
It's weird. It's and like I try to explain to people like out in civilian world about like when I made like, hey, can you give me that gimmick? Or I'm like, just give me the Iggy when you want me to do it. And they're like, what's an Iggy? I'm like, and then I have to explain it. And they're like, what? Why would you call it that? I'm like, it's just
everything's an Iggy. Everything's a
gimmick. Yeah, hand me that gimmick. And now guys, a guy I work with will say gimmick, but he was saying it before, so I think he's just old. You know what I mean? Because old people say that shit sometimes. But when he says it, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. You are a worker inside. I can see it. You may not see it, but I see it, brother.
Well, all right. We are going to go ahead and start wrapping up here. We're getting towards the time. I mean, what do you want me to say? We're getting towards the time.
I want to say something real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to give the final close.
Shank Barzini. Wes, I'll call you whatever I want. You're my brother. I love you. Thank you for everything you've given me. Pro wrestling. Thank you for being a friend when I needed it. I love you. And you deserve your flowers. I know you cringe when people are like, you're the Midwest, you're this and that, but you do not realize, and Oliver too, Oliver does the same shit and it bothers me the same way. You two don't realize what you did for Midwest wrestling. And you guys deserve your flowers. So instead of this whole, like, every time we compliment, you're like, like a little girl. Fucking suck it up and take it. Like I was telling that Chris kid last night. I said, hey, your rolls never look good. Oh, it was real shitty today. I said, shut the fuck up and take the compliment. And he was like, okay. And I was like, I'm being honest. You looked good. You don't think you look back for what you were doing? It was good. And he just kept arguing. I was like, shut the fuck up and take the compliment.
I think what it is that we're in a business where we see a lot of people with big heads. Mm-hmm. And
you
stuff
don't want to
like
see
that.
like getting a big head. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and to be honest, like in my personal life, I don't like compliments either. So
it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
I don't know how to take compliments. Like, I don't.
I don't think naturally you're supposed to. I think if you understand fully how to take a compliment, you're a bit of a sociopath. A little bit. I think a compliment should make you feel a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you.
It's something you're hearing for a lot of times. People in compliment, they're hearing it for the first time. I mean, shitty situations you come from, whether it's your job, your house life, whatever it is, pro wrestling life. Because there's been plenty of times I've been in locker rooms, I've been told lots of shit. Why the fuck are you doing that? You're just too fat. Get out of the business. And it's like, well, fuck you. I did, and I'm back, and I'm a lot lighter. So eat shit.
He's back and better than ever. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Let's start with you, Shank. Where can people find you on social media? Or if you don't have any plugs, you don't need to give them.
I mean, if you really want to hit me up, let me put out my shoot name, I guess.
Okay.
Wes Pinkley is on Facebook. I don't really get on my Shank page anymore. Yeah. Anywhere else you can find me is in northern Indiana, right by the Michigan line, usually at home with two kids, changing diapers and saying, hey, don't hit your sister.
Shiv Barzini.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiv Barzini.
Shank and Shiv.
Yeah. No, and then of course Shank, you're always a mainstay with MadBash, so if you want to see shit in Shank Barzini, there's always going to be some MadBash stuff, you know what I mean? Spencer, let's get those plug skis.
Plugs, I'll be honest, I've been lackadaisical on the social media.
God, you guys just don't understand self-promotion.
So, back in the day though, I was real big on that. And I had the fan pages, I had the Twitter, I had the Instagram, I had the YouTube.
Dude, I saw literal blood feuds form over the amount of likes on a Facebook page.
Yeah, like
that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and so now it's my personal. I'll be honest. I don't. I share wrestling stuff occasionally. Here lately, more MadBash, but with my daughter, she doesn't know about all like the deathmatch hardcore shit that I do. So I try to keep things pretty minimal on Facebook.
So she hasn't seen the Never Meet Your Heroes match?
She won't see that till she's like 10.
Okay.
Right?
That's good to know.
Because of her mom. Her mom's a great lady. I love her mom to death. But her mom's idea of wrestling, is too different. So,
My wife hates wrestling. To be honest, I think that a worker in the business should find a partner that kind of hates the business.
I think you're right.
Well, I mean, it's like, there's an extreme to it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing against my ex-wife. Great lady. She hated it. She hated it because it took the time away. So I get why she was, but she understands. She's realistic. There's things I'll say to her, and she'll be like, maybe that's not a good idea. And, she'll be like, oh, that sounds great. Do that,
Talking about the official gimmick maker of MadBash Wrestling.
Yeah, official gimmick maker over here. But, like, she's a really good in between that keeps me there. But
for sure.
Social media, my personal, I'll be honest, I reply to my boys on Facebook. That's about it. I don't share much. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me over on there's TikTok. I don't even know half my plugs because I haven't really done this lately. It's pretty
really
easy. I got a really cool. I did really shit the bed. But no, find me at personal Spencer Wallace on Facebook. It's my gimmick name too. I'm there. Twitter or X, whatever what do they call it now? X?
I don't know. I don't even use one.
Okay,
anymore.
I really don't either. It's disgusting now too.
Yeah.
I have it though.
I've never had one.
Yeah. But no. YouTube, I'll be putting a lot more videos out here, listening to some old matches. I'm working on editing, so hopefully I'll have more of a library built up. So find me on there, and then I'll send you my plugs if you want to share them.
Hell yeah.
Post the episode.
You can, of course, personal plug here. You can find me on Instagram at DWobs with a Z card shop. The big one, though, guys, MadBashStudios.com. There you'll find links to everything that you need. Our YouTube, our Facebook, our Patreon, which is, of course, the big plug ski. So sorry that we've had this little bit of a break. Things have been a little bit wild behind the scenes at MadBash Studios. Before we get off here, though, Spencer, you got one thing you want to say?
One thing for you.
Yes.
I waited this for the end. I just want to say thank you to you for bringing me back.
Oh,
giving me the platforms. A lot of people we talked earlier back in the day did not give me that. And I'm thankful for the opportunities I had then, but I'm very thankful for everything now. So thank you for bringing the New Age Animal back.
It's absolutely a pleasure.
And thank you for giving me a piece of life.
No, thank you. Thank you. You've been the lifeblood of MadBash Wrestling since you've been back. You've become a really mainstay player.
Thank you.
So
I try, man. I love you guys. Anything we fucking ball hard. 2026.
Hey,
MadBash going wild, dude.
Hey, the turn of phrase going into 2026 for MadBash Wrestling is "fuck it, we ball."
We ball,
you know
dude.
what I mean? So everyone be on the lookout for that. There's definitely going to be some updates coming. There's going to be some new content rolling out. We're kind of reformatting Spot Show a little bit. There's maybe some new shows coming out, which Spencer's heard what the new show might be.
Yes,
it's a little different. It's not involving wrestling. But all right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and hop off here. For Spencer Wallace, for Shank Barzini, I have been Dickie Wabash, and we will see you down the road on some form of content.